Hey there guys, and welcome to another new feature on my secondary channel, the Let's Rant series, in which I will talk about certain topics in, well, not necessarily in the gaming industry, but could be from anything else, but I'll be mainly focusing on the gaming industry. Like talking about stuff that I don't like for some reason, or which is just downright bullshit. And the first issue of Let's Rant will be DLC, also known as downloadable content. Now, these days it's apparently become the trend in the gaming industry that developers announce like the first DLC pack for when the game isn't even out yet. Like, say there's this game, it's coming out in June, and in like April the developers reveal that there's gonna be a big DLC pack slated for release in July. Now, if they already know, like a few months before the game comes out, that they're gonna be making DLC which comes out shortly after release, why the hell not put it in the game to begin with? They just want more of your bloody money. Do you people remember the good old days of like PlayStation 2 and GameCube and Xbox, when you could just go to the store and buy a game for 50, maybe 60 bucks tops, and just have a full game to take home and play? Nowadays, you buy games for like 65 or 70 bucks. Yes, they're getting more expensive as well. And then you can pretty much count on paying another, like at least another 10 bucks for DLC if you're gonna get that. It's just bullshit in my opinion. The biggest example of paying too much is Call of Duty Black Ops. Now, Black Ops is like a $60 game or something, and what Activision has done so far is they have released 3 map packs of like 15 bucks a piece, and rumor has it that they're working on a 4th. So if you buy Black Ops and all 4 of those map packs, that game will have cost you $120. Hell, you could buy a bloody DS Lite for that. Although those are pretty, like, no one needs those anymore with the 3DS and the DSi and DXi XL being there and all. But still, 120 bucks for a game. And what you're buying with those map packs is just like 5 extra maps for multiplayer, so like 20 maps in total for 60 bucks. That is just downright ridiculous. And the amount of fools who actually fall for it just pretty much give Activision the green light to go and do it again with next year's milked Call of Frickin' Duty. Yeah. Pretty sure you can tell by now I'm not a big fan of DLC. Well, need to correct that statement. I am not a big fan of DLC if it is way overpriced. Like it is, like what I said with Black Ops, 15 bucks for like 5 maps. That's $3 a map. Now I don't know how many maps there are in like the standard Black Ops, but I'm pretty sure it's not really that much. Like, I don't know, 10 or something? Don't know, I don't have that game. So, yeah, if the DLC is like free or just at a decent price, then I don't have a problem with it, but they just feel the need to make it so expensive. Like with Mortal Kombat, for example. The NetherRealm Studios has released 3 DLC characters so far, and there's another one on the way, which comes out like next week or something. And they all cost like $5 a piece. So yeah, that's another 20 bucks to Mortal Kombat if you want all 4 of those characters. So that's again going to be an $80 game. Now let's consider this. They charge 5 bucks for one character. And like the standard game is like 60 bucks. How many characters are there in standard Mortal Kombat? 28 on PS3 and 27 on Xbox. Now, I am pretty sure that 28 times 5 is not 60. So I don't know why, but those DLC characters are much more expensive than the ones that are already in the game. Pretty much. And so the main game is like 60 bucks for 28 characters, a story, crap load of stages, cutscenes, online multiplayer, I don't know what, like a crap ton of content. We get all that for 60 bucks. And then they ask 5 bucks for one character. It's just like, what? Like, make it like $1 or $2 at the most. Then it'd at least be a good deal. But no. Everything has to be so ridiculously overpriced, and that's just bullshit. Now that's part of the reason why I kinda like the Wii, because the Wii doesn't really have that. At least not the games people actually play on their Wiis. Like, none of Nintendo's games have DLC as far as I know. Like, the only Wii games I can recall that have DLC are like Guitar Hero and Rock Band and that kind of stuff. You know, the music games that get heavily milked with DLC on all other systems as well. Hell, I think Rock Band has like over 3,000 songs you can download. Now, I'm pretty sure those are like dirt cheap or either free. So I don't know about that, but still. 3,000 songs. It's just, what the hell? But yeah, should probably... what was I... Oh yeah, another thing about DLC that kind of pisses me off is like, sometimes the developers tend to bring out like games, like Game of the Year editions of certain games, which usually includes all of the DLC that was released for that game and makes it available at a cheaper price. So let's say I bought Uncharted 2 when it first came out for like 60 bucks. And then they released a whole bunch of skin packs and multiplayer map packs and all that stuff for, I don't know, 15, 20 bucks maybe. And then, like a year later or something, they released the Uncharted 2 Game of the Year edition, which is the main game plus all of the DLC for like 30 or 40 bucks. So people who bought the game to begin with and also bought all the DLC have simply been conned into paying much more than they actually needed to just because they wanted to play the game early. Now, similar acts like that have been done by Capcom a lot. I'm sure all of you know like Street Fighter 2 and like 150 different bloody versions of that were made in the 90s and stuff. Well, they're kinda doing those things again. Like in 2008 they came out with Street Fighter 4 and everyone was like, oh sweet, a new Street Fighter game. And then came Super Street Fighter 4. Added a bunch of characters and stuff and cost like cheaper than the original Street Fighter. And they did not make that extra content available as DLC for people who already bought the original Street Fighter. Like, that's what I do. Like, if you're gonna release an updated version of the game, at least make the DLC available for like cheaper, so that you don't screw the people into having to buy the updated version. They can just buy the new content and not pay for the same things again. But no, they didn't do that with Super Street Fighter 4. And then, that's not even the final remake, they came out with Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, which again adds more characters and stuff, except this one was available as DLC for cheaper than having to buy the new game in stores. So they kinda did that right. Except now they're doing it again with Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Now, this one really pisses me the fuck off. Because Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out in February this year. And they, like last week, they announced Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. You know when that's coming out? Oh, I don't know, like, this holiday season? Yeah, not even a year after the original's been released. They already make an updated version with extra characters and stages and modes and stuff, which should have been in the first game to begin with. It's just... yeah. They're money-grubbing bastards, and I hate them for it. And then they come out with excuses like that. Yeah, all the extra characters and stuff were planning to be DLC, but due to the earthquake, yeah, blame it on the earthquake in Japan, there was like some delay in production, and they were just like, you know what, we can slap these on a disc and make people pay $40 for it again. It's brilliant. So that's what they do. And people who have bought the original Marvel vs. Capcom 3 for $60 will be simply screwed. Unless they're like gonna do some sort of massive trade-in action, which lets you trade in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 for the Ultimate version without having to pay anything extra, because chances are you paid $20 more than what the Ultimate version is gonna cost anyway. So, yeah, that really pisses me off. Chances are, like, I bought Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I thought it was a pretty neat game, though I haven't really played it much because it's complicated as all hell. And I can pretty much safely say that I'm not going to be getting the Ultimate version because Capcom are simply douchebags. I mean, Capcom has really been screwing themselves over lately. I'm not sure how many of you have heard about the Resident Evil Mercenaries 3D fiasco. Yeah, they made that game so that you couldn't delete the save file you made on it, so once you made a save file, you were stuck with that forever. And Capcom made it like that to, like, stop used sales of that game, because people tend to want to play a game from the start, and if you can't because the save file won't be deleted, then you won't buy that game used, most likely. That pissed a lot of people off, and then Capcom cancelled Mega Man Legends 3, which pissed a lot of people off because they were like, they wanted to use the public's opinions and stuff and designs in that game, like, involve the people with the production process, and they decided to cancel the game because the people apparently didn't show enough interest in that. So they were like, yeah, people don't show enough interest in the production process, so we're just gonna not make the game anymore. That pissed a lot of people off. And then the whole Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 issue with releasing an updated version for cheaper within a year of the original's release. Yeah, Capcom hasn't really been doing so great recently. Trust me. I mean, the only way they can make it up in my eyes is if they release that Monster Hunter PC MMO, like in the West. Or the HD upgrade of that remix. Or not remix, the HD upgrade of the PSP Monster Hunter Portable 3rd or whatever. Yeah, that kinda leads into the next episode of Let's Rant. About HD remakes and ports and stuff. So you can look forward to that, and I will see you guys next time. So thanks for watching, and bye-bye.